Hey, here's Kristie Powe.
Hey.
What's up? We always like to recap the weather a little bit. Saturday looks good. Why is Father's Day always so hot? It feels like it's just always our tradition is baseball games on Father's Day, and it's just always. I feel like I'm always just like sweat. But, you gotta stick with traditions.
Got to make sure when you guys are grilling that you
I know, right?
get that sweat in. Sweat equity.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, Kristie,
it also looked like it was going to be beautiful on Wednesday, which is Juneteenth.
Right.
Yes,
So
thank goodness.
We're here to talk about all the events happening.
Hey.
And first of all, I want to talk about, you're here as a representative of Focus on Race Relations.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're having the Juneteenth celebration. We have the day off.
Yeah.
Because of the events and the meaning of the holiday. So can we start out by just talking about what Juneteenth is?
Yes, please. So Juneteenth, I tell everyone, is kind of like Independence Day for African Americans.
Okay.
So even though President Lincoln basically signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, it wasn't until June of 1865 that troops arrived in Galveston to say, hey, this is over.
Yeah.
So we're talking almost 2 years later that these enslaved people, I think over 250,000. So we're still haven't reached everyone. And it took even longer to get to Kentucky. So we actually probably should drag our Juneteenth out to December 10th because it was December of 1865 before it reached the enslaved peoples here.
Wow.
So that's why we celebrate. June 19th is basically Juneteenth Day. It's our Independence Day. Not at all to take away from the 4th of July because some people sometimes think that, but that's just the day that we got our freedom.
There you go.
I mean, I'm all about more celebration of peoples and
Exactly.
events, and like, why shouldn't anything take away from right? I mean, it's all.
Right.
Okay, so let's run down the events. You guys have some awesome things
We
planned.
do. So kind of in the tradition of my father, who wanted to make this a week-long celebration, we're trying to keep up with that. So this year we're actually starting on Juneteenth, which is Wednesday, June 19th. And we have started for the last maybe couple of years doing a monthly conversation at Paul Sawyer Public Library called Let's Talk About It. This year we're starting our week off, our Juneteenth week off with Let's Talk About It. And we're going to talk about Juneteenth. That's going to be at the community room at Paul Sawyer Public Library starting at 5:30. Thursday.
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. But on when I know sometimes with the library stuff, you want to have people registered, make sure that you got room.
They like you to register, but you don't have to.
Okay, so you can just show up on Wednesday.
You can just show up.
We'll make room
Join
for
us.
you. Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Thursday, we are hosting a viewing of Emancipation with Will Smith, and that's going to be at the Grand Theater. They are partnering with us as usual. They are wonderful partners.
Yep.
That's going to be at 7:30, and all it costs you to enter is a canned good item.
Oh, wow,
That's
awesome.
it. Friday, Focus on Race Relations is not having any events, but we are supporting the NAACP. They're having their scholarship banquet that night, and Representative Graham is going to be their featured speaker that evening.
Nice.
So that's on Friday. Saturday, we've got our Family Field Day. Now, it used to be our family run day or run for race relations, but hey, we
Let's
changed
just have
that
fun.
up.
Let's stop running.
It's hot. It's too hot.
That's
I'm not a runner, so that was kind of hard for me to plan. Every year I was like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Right.
I like fun things and
I'm
field
with you.
days.
I'd
so
rather do fun than
exactly.
I'm with
So
you.
we've got it set up like a carnival this year.
Imagine
I'm
that.
really excited about it. We've got treats, we've got concession games, we have a lot of fun things, and we've got some fun competitions that we've got set up for people. So that's going to be 9 to noon at Lakeview Park.
Nice.
And then Sunday, really excited about this as well. We had hosted what was called a community congregation picnic a few months back, and it was wildly successful, where we got all the churches together, and we tried to kind of desegregate the churches.
Right.
We are having a community potluck on Sunday, partnering with the VFW on 2nd Street,
Nice.
and we are asking everyone to come. Bring your
cool.
kids. We've got activities set up for the kids.
Yeah.
We have bingo for the adults. Focus on Race Relations is going to be supplying the meat and some dessert. And we're just asking people to bring their favorite side.
Nice.
And we're just going to get together. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to eat, play games.
Good.
And just to have a great, great time. So
sounds
we are
awesome.
really hoping to get people excited about Juneteenth. Let them understand that this isn't like a holiday for African Americans. This is a holiday for all of us, officially
Absolutely,
now.
yeah.
But it's just a celebration of humanity. So that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
I love that you guys have some like educational stuff, but we're not doing seminars all week.
No, this is fun.
Right.
Yeah, we're not shoving anything down your throat. We just
Yeah.
want to have a good time,
Right,
and maybe
right.
you'll learn a little something in the process.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah.
Well, congratulations on putting together what sounds like a great week of activities.
Thank
Again,
you.
we're starting things off on Wednesday at
Correct.
the
June
library
19th.
at 5:30, and then the movie on Thursday at 7:30, Emancipation at the Grand. Friday is the NAACP dinner. That's at First United Methodist Church.
Yes.
And then Saturday is the family field day, 9 a.m. at Lakeview Park. And then
And
final-
fun day.
Oh,
Field
sorry.
and fun.
It has to
I was
be a-
implying. I was
Exactly.
implying the fun.
Fun day.
Right. And then finally on Sunday, the community potluck, which is I think an awesome idea at
Yeah.
5:30 at the VFW.
It was just an amazing fellowship last time. We were surprised at how many people showed up, and we had anyone that was interested just speak, and it just felt warm whenever, when everyone was leaving, they were like, this was amazing. So
Yeah.
we decided to make that part of our Juneteenth celebrations and see if we could open that up to the community a little
Yeah.
bit. So
Yeah.
we're kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
Well,
it
yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
I know these kind of things are really a lot of work and effort to put them on. So I know.
Yeah, it was. I went right from campaign mode to
Right.
Juneteenth
Yeah.
mode. I haven't had a break. So I'm
know.
telling you, I think that next week after Juneteenth, I am disappearing for a week.
Good for
And
you.
no, I'm turning off my phones. I'm not telling anyone where I'm going. I'm just
love
sitting
it.
out of
Good.
town. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yes.
And then you'll start up, and after that, we'll start planning next year's.
Exactly. Well, of course, we've already started
Yeah.
planning for 2025 because
Right.
you can't take a break. So.
Sure. Well, we appreciate you coming in
yeah.
and telling us about all these activities. We appreciate your service to this community through
100%.
Focus on Race Relations. These are just important things that everybody needs to be aware of because it's part of our history.
Right.
And hopefully it's, part of our future as well. So,
Oh yeah. I think the more that we take taboo out of discussing these
Yeah.
issues, the
yeah.
easier it is for all of us to just have a conversation, get along, eat together, and realize that we are all the same.
There's
We
more.
really
There's
are.
more
Yeah.
that we have in common than
Right.
we don't. Right.
Exactly. 100%.
Awesome. Well, Kristie, anything else you want to talk about besides where you're going on your trip after?
Which I don't want to talk about. Exactly. I don't want people finding me. No, we just want to encourage people to join us.
Yeah.
Focus on Race Relations is a very open organization. We're such a diverse group of people, and sometimes I think people have it wrong in what we do. We just host conversations. That's all we do. We engage people in these conversations that might be difficult, and we make it comfortable. We make it relatable to everyone,
Yeah.
and especially to events that are happening now. So.
Right.
We encourage anyone that's interested to have that conversation with us. Come to one of our meetings. Look at our website, which is focusonracerelations.org. Check us out on Facebook. Reach out to me. You can find me anywhere, but we would love to have you join us and help. I don't know if everyone remembers the Freedom March that we did in March, but that was an example of the community coming together to
Absolutely.
make things happen.
Sure.
And it was so beautiful. So we just need more of that.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get more of that in the coming years. So
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you doing all the hard work to make the rest of us just show
it's a
up.
team
and have
effort.
fun.
But thank you. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to chime in on our question of the day? Do you have a pet? Or do you have a
I
favorite?
had a pet. I had a little toy poodle for 16 and a half years. I called it my only child because I don't have children, so he was my son.
Okay.
And he was a fluff ball of energy. Everyone said when you get him neutered,
Yeah.
that's going to cut that down. Never.
Never.
I called him Monkey because it was the closest thing to a cat that I'd ever have. Manny would jump from the backs of the cat. He loved to jump from couch to couch. And
Yeah.
he would just leap, and then he would leap on you.
Yes.
So that was my little doggy. And my favorite activity, which was kind of funny, when it snowed, I got him snow boots. I thought it was going to be the most amusing thing in the world, right?
Right.
I'm going to put
Yeah.
the boots on this dog, and
Yeah.
he's just going to like freak out.
Right.
Do you know that he walked like he had been walking
like-
in those things forever? I was the one that was like, "What's going on
Like,
here?"
where have these been all my life?
Yeah, he loved it.
That's
So,
so funny.
I used to love putting the boots on him and just letting him go out in the snow.
That's
That's
awesome. Yeah,
fun.
we had little booties for our dogs, and they would always just be like, "What is going on?"
No,
with these
it was
things?"
crazy. He put them on like, yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
like,
Yeah.
appreciate
Where,
it.
where have these been? Yeah. Good Lord, that dog. I do miss him.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Kristie, thanks so much for coming on the show, and again for all the stuff that you do for the community, and
Thank you for
again,
having me.
the website focusonracerelations.org,
Yes.
and on Facebook to get connected with you guys, and all the great events you guys have starting next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.